Welcome back to another episode of the Block Runner Podcast. I'm your host, William, always here with your co-host, Iman.
What's going on, dude?
On the sticks, we got TJ.
Hello.
All right, dude. We just got off recording.
Yeah, man. It's been another hectic week. No more interviews. Probably, I don't know how long. We've been getting hit up by some interesting parties. I'm not going to name names.
No.
Well, I'm talking like legacy, OG, legendary names in the space. Kind of hidden nowadays, but nonetheless. Just randomly hitting us up. It's like, hey, guys, I have an interesting interview for you. You know? And we're like, fuck, I'd love to do it, but we're kind of busy these days, right?
Yeah.
And we don't have much time to like really kind of, we were talking about this earlier. It's
like, what do we focus on?
We know what we're focused on, but it's
like from a podcast / video.
Yeah, like this channel perspective, right?
Yeah.
Because typically we're looking at everything as much as we can.
Yeah.
You know?
And we've been snoozing because everything's been boring.
Yeah, I think it's definitely been like an active decision to like basically disregard a lot of the other things happening, because I think we've gotten to that point. Like we spent the last year and a half really searching, right? Since the introduction of ordinals, it's like, man, where is all this gonna go?
Mm-hmm.
You know, is this gonna evolve to something more than just like JPEGs on Bitcoin? Like, can we actually develop here?
Yeah,
right? That's like the last year has been like a journey of understanding that.
Right.
But I feel like we've seen enough with like the stuff that Benny's putting out to where we don't really need to look beyond that, right? Am I wrong?
No, I don't think so. I think Benny has been right this whole time.
Yeah.
And people have been focusing on the wrong stuff.
You know, yeah, for a long time. But now it seems like people are starting to realize the right stuff to be focused on. That's why there's like this all of a sudden rush to fractal and like Cat 20 and stuff like that. It's like, oh, this token standard has some elements of programmability to it, not like the full scope and stack of what developers fully need.
Yeah.
But still something, right? We could do things like vaulting or whatever else that like this native opcode enables.
Yeah.
Right? But that's like we're moving the ball forward at least, right?
I guess if you want to call it moving the ball forward. I mean, this is just another chain.
Yeah. Well, so another chain with a deployed opcode that theoretically could be reapplied to Bitcoin, right? So that's the narrative of the now.
Sure.
And like that's what the driving force is like, come here, participate in this ecosystem for like the future inevitability, I guess.
Yeah.
Even though they're throwing around that word of inevitable.
Like it's easy.
Very, a little irresponsibly, I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because we're unfamiliar with Bitcoin's past. Like we weren't present around these like communal.
Yeah. I remember
upgrades.
the SegWit days. I remember that there was like strife in trying to figure out whether SegWit made sense.
Yeah, I remember hearing stuff about that. Yeah.
And if you had Bitcoin, and then the also Bitcoin Cash as well, and like all that stuff. But we didn't understand like the mechanism of the consensus like agreement.
No.
Right. And so I guess at some point Opcat might do something like that. But it's not even a hard fork. It's just a soft fork.
Mm. Yeah, whatever. So that's what they're betting on, which is fine. And I think that is interesting. That's not something to be faded. Right?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, so we are keeping our eyes on like the developments happening on.
So then imagine it happens to Bitcoin.
Yes.
It's like all the stuff that's on Fractal is just going to come onto Bitcoin, like copy paste.
I would imagine so, right?
Yeah,
unless you've built like
why would you be anywhere else, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the quicker blocks and somehow like it improves the user experience to a degree.
Yeah,
right.
Which we're going to be talking about here pretty soon. Is like there's good experiences to be had on L1.
Yeah, that's really the killer unlock and like what we've been seeking, right? Because we have from the very beginning we've had very what's the word? Like a vision, aspirations, vision. But we had a blueprint in mind already from the beginning. It wasn't like let's wait and see for these new tools to get introduced into the Bitcoin ecosystem layer, and then let's figure out what to do with them.
Yeah,
It's more so we've already known from the beginning what we want to do. It's just like when we're waiting for the right tools to kind of come in place so we can execute on our original metaverse thesis, right? So in the meantime, let's do things like DMT, like a new protocol that makes like the digital asset production a little bit more metaverse aligned and like Bitmap aligned and such. So we executed on that because it's HAP.
Yeah.
What else have we done, dude?
I mean, we've done so many things, dude.
Have we?
Way too many things.
Have we done a lot of things?
It's too many.
Yes, we have. It's a pretty big thing, though. I didn't think back in the day, like in our Decentraland days, we'd ever like put out a protocol.
No, I didn't think that either.
That wasn't on my mind map in any way.
No.
Right? But that's just a testament to...
But that's like understanding what Bitcoin is and like the endeavor to build something new. That's what DMT was.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was identifying this like already established trajectory of like this new thing, right?
Yeah.
Set forth by Ordinals, Rare Sats, and Bitmap and all these things. Like these were the new things that we've never like really were exposed to in times past in the crypto space, right? I was like, damn, everything has been like super arbitrary up until now.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, it wasn't obvious then.
No, I know. Yeah, we wrestled for a while, right? Just you and me. It's like, what is it, dude? Why is this stuff like?
Yeah.
So it's so like there's a gravity here, right?
Yeah.
And then that's what led us to define it. It's like there's actually something happening that everybody is kind of like working towards, but there's no like shared understanding of that, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, let's give it a name. Let's call it digital matter theory.
Yeah.
Right. It's just an umbrella understanding of like utilizing block data is a good idea. It introduces new properties to these digital assets that did not exist beforehand, right? So therefore, it's probably going to add new value, vectors of value in this like metaverse equation, right?
Yeah.
To us, it sounded like a good idea.
Did you know that we're more than just a YouTube channel? We also built Mscribe, the first inscription platform built from the ground up for the metaverse on Bitcoin. Connect your Bitmap ordinals and use our tools to bring your community into the virtual realm. Support us by joining the movement at mscribe.io. Like, comment, and subscribe for the latest alpha. Back to the video. Yeah, it's just funny when people make the connection of like how valuable this is and how important it is. They get DMT pilled and they're like permabulls.
Yeah, that DMT, that shit must be pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's like having an actual psychedelic experience.
That's right.
And I think if we properly named it the right thing, because the reaction's very similar. Like I don't know if you've had like a deep psychedelic experience yet.
I have not. No.
Is that on your bucket list? Yes, yay or nay? Considering, okay, hold on. Let me give you a list of like Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs credits a lot of his like creativity and such to his like early psychedelic experiences, right?
Yeah.
Who else? Watson and Crick.
Yes.
The DNA helix. We probably wouldn't even understand genetics and modern, biological processes without psychedelic experience.
Okay,
so,
I'm getting convinced.
Is there another one? Isaac Newton. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sure there's plenty out there.
Yeah.
I guess it really depends, as long as it's safe, I guess. And I don't know.
What do you mean by safe? Like you're guaranteed not going to just croak?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think people die.
I don't
psychedelics.
I don't know where it was. There's like a video on Twitter. Of course, it's on Twitter. But these people are just like in the middle of the forest.
I saw that.
Yeah, and then they're like almost like drooling or puking or something, and they're having an ayahuasca trip.
Yeah,
that's
like
definitely Twitter.
Yeah,
it's the only place you see that stuff.
There's actual shamans there, like patting them on the back. It's like, you're okay.
Yeah,
and they're like, like
yeah,
fucking drooling and shit. Yeah, so you see that as a sober person, you're like,
no thanks.
I don't think that's not the image of enlightenment, dude.
Yeah,
you're like just curled up into that looks pretty horrible.
There's a YouTuber who's like, he has like millions of followers, like focus on science, and he took ayahuasca. It was a very similar experience, but it was very controlled. Like there was a ton of cameras and
Lex Fridman, right? He did that too.
Well, he did that too, but I'm talking about someone else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it looked exactly like that.
Yeah.
And he felt enlightened, but I don't know.
Did he?
I don't know if he like it changed his life or anything.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see. Maybe he'll discover like dark matter or something.
Yeah. That's been discovered, but okay.
Well, maybe he'll
Like for real this time.
maybe he'll actually. I don't fucking know, dude. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? He's gonna do something. Be somebody.
He's got like millions of followers on YouTube, but okay.
Oh, okay, whatever, dude. I guess people just do that now for funsies, right? It's not like an
He did
unlock of superpower.
He did it for science, just to see what it was like. Yeah,
so
'cause-
dude, you're a man of science.
Well, of course.
Don't you have the same like curiosity?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, dude. It's been
But there's-
confirmed. We're gonna have a DMT trip at some point. a
Like on the
real one.
podcast,
Yeah.
or just like leaning over the table.
I'll cradle you, dude. Whatever it takes, dude. We'll take turns. I think it only lasts like 15, 20 minutes.
No
or so.
way, dude.
I swear to God.
No, I don't think so.
TJ, can you look this up? I mean,
No.
I feel like
No,
a
it definitely
DMT trip.
doesn't. It's several hours. Well, oh, you know what? You're right. I'm thinking about ayahuasca. That was several hours.
Yeah, DMT trip is literally like you're just out and then you're back. You're like, holy shit, I saw God. You know what I mean? I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan seems to think it's a big deal. I remember back in the day.
Yeah, 10 to 15 minutes.
Dude, that's
That's it?
nothing. That's
Oh.
definitely podcastable.
So what is the substance? Is it like
Dimethyltryptamine.
no, I know, but is it like a powder? Is it
I think it's a powder. So we're
Okay.
literally gonna like pipe it up here on the fucking. That's not sus looking at all.
No.
But yeah, I don't know.
Ayahuasca can be up to 4 hours, it says,
Jeez.
okay?
according to the internet.
Yeah, and LSD is like 16 plus.
Well, LSD like put holes in your brain. That's
well,
what Steve Jobs took.
yeah, but I think like you're thinking of like the Stanford like LSD experiment or something like where they force fed LSD to like students or something in the early days, and one of them turned out to be the Unabomber or something like that.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I don't. Well, so yeah, I mean LSD. I don't think these psychedelics are meant to be like regular things. You know?
Yeah.
If you do that, like this is just what I do on the weekends, just fucking trip the fuck out. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it has like some really bad
Ramifications.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, so that's that's the real DMT trip. And
Also, reading it definitely depends on how it is ingested.
well, how
100% depends on that, actually.
How many
Like you
ways?
can make it if you
you can make it into like a rock.
snorting
Oh
can
yeah.
be 15 to 60 minutes.
Whoa.
Smoked, it says about 30 minutes.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
So what was the 15-minute one then? This is just like smeared on your eyelids or something?
Yeah, I don't know. That was a different website.
Whatever happens when you shoot it, dude. It's like you probably die.
Yeah, you have
it's
to
game
die.
over, dude.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's I mean, drug world, dude. So yeah, what happens? All these people say it's like it's a mind altering experience, right?
Yeah, it's hard to believe, but it's not that crazy. I mean, your synapses like reconnect differently.
Yeah.
And like you just interpret things. You have different perspectives.
But it is odd that like they all have similar like stories of like observations. It's like we all saw these like white beings looking at us.
Yeah.
I don't
It is
know if that's
interesting. I think there's like influence.
yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if that's like cultural influence. It's like I
think
heard
so.
somebody talk about their DMT experience, so whenever I render my own,
Yeah, it's like white
those
ghosts.
GLVs appear, right?
Yeah.
Those matrix
Yeah.
assets appear. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm definitely not that curious yet to find out. To be honest.
Yeah, I'm not like gonna go Google it on
Yeah.
for the
I'm
weekend.
not rushing to like peel some grass off the lawn and like get me like a chemistry kit.
Yeah.
And like figure
It's
out
like,
how to like
make it your own.
yeah, figure out how to extract like a little bit of DMT at a time. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm ready, dude. But anyways, so DMT, the
So taking the drug DMT is like understanding DMT.
from what we've seen, yeah, because people report back from their like their DMT.
I was like, guys, you guys don't understand DMT.
Yeah.
It's like it's actual physics. I was like, yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
yeah, they say things. They've said stuff to us like this is fundamental like laws of like digital physics. Like you don't understand
Yeah.
what I've just discovered because of this DMT thing, or what I've just like realized.
Realize, yeah.
Dude, it's like we took this a long time ago, dude. It's like we're addicts, right?
Yeah,
At
yeah.
this point, so I get it.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
It's
It's fun making protocols, guys.
Yeah, naming them like as
It's like drug counterparts.
yeah, I agree. It has been pretty fun so far, except for the amount of like work.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Except for actually doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking about it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right? I wish it was that like I wish AI was at a state where it's like that's all we had to do. It's
Yeah, just like talk to it.
just,
Just,
talk, it just
just make
listens
it.
to our conversation, right? And it's like,
Like-
here it is, voice.
Yeah.
Here's the protocol. Here's the marketplace to support it all. Like,
yeah.
it's not that easy yet.
We will get there though, for sure.
When, dude? When do we? when do us humans need to stop working, dude? Fuck. It's so
Yeah,
hard,
I mean
dude.
that's actually a pretty common like thought.
What?
It's like once AI and automation and we have like all the tech, it's like we actually don't have to work anymore.
Yeah, I think it's becoming. You've introduced me to a slew of AI tools, like over
Quite the slew.
It's literally like you just like hit me up. It's like I got a new one for you, dude. And it's like the last one you introduced me to though is like fucking killer.
Yeah.
It was as killer as when I first interfaced with ChatGPT like 2
Right.
years ago, and I was like, hold on a second,
Yeah.
AI can do what?
Yeah.
You know, it's because I don't do the due diligence on my own.
That's crazy.
What do you mean?
Absolutely crazy.
I mean, I'm out there figuring out crypto, dude. I'm out there like, what's happening, dude?
Yeah.
You know, we gotta stay in our lane, unfortunately. You know?
Right. Yeah, and over here, like Sam Altman's like
I know.
the entire team is like exfiltrating from OpenAI.
Yeah, like literally the Avengers have disassembled
They have.
because of
Who
knows why.
They've either discovered AGI and they're scared, or they're like, you know what, I can create my own $1 billion business.
Yeah.
Or Sam Altman is now like an emperor and I want none of this.
It could be a combination of all those things. It's like we recognize AGI is dangerous and we've played it's like a Manhattan Project type realization.
it's
like, fuck, dude.
We've actually created a nuclear bomb.
yeah, and like I have to step away from this to like
Yeah.
maintain my sanity.
That's very possible.
Yeah, and then like they just converted from like nonprofit organization to for profit. Sam has like
Maximum profit.
full equity. Now he's literally like an actual overlord, right? He's
Yeah.
equipped with all the right tools. You know, he's got hundreds of billions of dollars at his disposal, right?
I wonder because he was in Congress maybe less than a year ago, and they were asking, was like, "What's your incentive? What are you doing here? Like, why do this?" He was like, "Because I like it. I don't have any equity. I don't have nothing."
Yeah.
But now he has like $10 billion worth of equity, and so it's like, why the transition for what?
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with it. He should have that equity. It's just, but why?
Why what?
Why was he? I'm okay with no equity, and now I have
All of a sudden,
$10 billion.
Yeah.
Which is okay, by the way.
So why? Why pivot? I don't know. Yeah, is it like he's
I
faking
think-
us? He's just
well,
like putting on a facade of
I think he's pressured by his investors. It's like, you know what? This is too powerful. We can make a lot of money, Sam.
I mean, he might just be actually executing on the Sam Bankman-Fried approach, you know? It's like, yeah, I drive a Toyota Corolla around. I got billions. I don't care. Yeah, I wear flip-flops and FTX t-shirts. Like, I don't really want to be rich, but I'm just that smart. I just kind of happen.
It
Oops.
just kind of happened.
Oopsies. Like, smart guys just get rich, don't you know?
Yeah.
You know? So it's like that like image is like, I don't know, I guess it builds like a false perception of like genuine,
Yeah.
this guy will never do any harm to society, right?
Sure.
So I think somebody in the position of a Sam Altman needs that more than anything. It's like we should trust the future of human like existence to this man, right?
Yeah.
And he shows up with like, you know,
Flip flops.
hasn't lifted a pound of weight in his life. It's like, this guy's harmless, dude.
Yeah.
Like, he wouldn't destroy humanity.
Yeah. So let's give him 7%.
Did y'all see Zuckerberg whenever he announced the glasses?
Oh, I
Yeah.
did.
Orion, dude. That was
Dude.
sick.
Yeah, it was great. They're no bigger than your glasses, dude.
Yeah, the glasses
Yeah,
are cool,
pretty
but Zuckerberg,
Oh, we're talking about Zuck,
he
the
looks
man himself.
like, man, that transformation's been crazy.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, he got like super jacked, but he's like hiding it
Yeah.
with his like super loose fitted shirts
Yeah.
and stuff. So that's like, again, it's like, dude, see, you know,
I'm just naturally a billionaire.
humble brag.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's working, dude. People like him all of a sudden.
I think he's cool.
You do?
Yeah.
You always thought he was cool, right?
I thought he was. Yeah, I always thought he was cool, but a little nerdy. But
Yeah. but
It was
nerds are
fine.
cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
Why did people stop liking him? Because of Facebook, right?
Facebook, the hacks,
The data ownership.
yeah, ownership, yeah.
I don't think the movie did him any justice
That
either.
too.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Well, you're from the perspective of somebody who understands like
The difficulty of like
the
creating
execution
something. Yeah.
over like idea guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Idea guys, they come,
Dime a dozen.
yeah, they come in flocks, right? But the dude who's gonna like put in the work to execute on
Yeah.
an idea, like those are the guys who deserve all the credit, right?
Yeah, and the Winklevoss won that that lawsuit anyways, and
Yeah.
they dumped it into Bitcoin when it was
They're
like $100.
genius.
Yeah.
Smart move, dude. That's so they get their own fucking glory and clout, right?
Yeah. At one point, we thought the Winklevoss were going to be the first trillionaires, but I don't know. It could be Elon. It could be Sam.
How's that Nvidia CEO doing? He's got
It
to
could
be doing
be
pretty well, right?
Yeah, Jensen Huang.
That guy's a goat, dude. I love that guy.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. He just has like practical thoughts always, and he understands like the pain. I refer to him quite frequently whenever I'm like really feeling like low.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
Why?
I need to pick me up from time to time, dude. It's like this shit gets exhausting and tiring, and it's like sometimes you lose sight of like what you're trying to build.
Yeah.
Do you not experience that?
No, well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow, dude. Dude, fuck you, dude. I don't know. I guess I'm human, and so I suffer these like roller coasters of emotions, which suck.
No, I'm steady state, dude.
Steady state. That's an interesting.
That's just like a weird place to look for a pick me up, though.
It is.
What is it?
I don't know.
But that's he's.
I
like
thought you would have said like Breaking Bad or something.
Dude, I would literally have Breaking Bad on loop in my house, like
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
So when I go home, it's like Breaking Bad's like my
Yeah.
harmony state.
I feel that, dude. I like Heisenberg.
It's fucking great. It's just such good background material,
I totally agree.
But Jensen Huang though, he's been through some shit, dude. Starting a company like Nvidia and like basically from the ground up.
He definitely has been through some shit.
Yeah, and he worked through it all, and he understands, and he says these things regularly. It's like, the most important thing, I guess, that he credits his success to is just not giving up during these
persistency.
these times of like where he felt like like he wanted to give up, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel that I was just like, dude, I think I needed that, dude.
He's done one of the hardest things to
Yeah.
do is like a hardware company.
I know.
And chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and then completely innovating in that sector is you're dealing with like the laws of physics. He's on the edge of it.
That's right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I know. I agree. And so we need inspiring people like that, dude, to keep it. Are we not innovating here in this sector of stagnation where there's like a
For
lack
sure.
of innovation happening?
Yeah, 100%.
Doesn't that make our lives so much more difficult? Because like, we're just talking about it. Like everything we build has zero reference. Like we can't do everything.
Yeah.
And we can't just like copy pasta, like something that exists,
Sure.
right? We can't fork something that exists.
Yeah, it's just interesting you chose Jensen over like someone like Elon.
Or like Tom Brady or something.
Yeah, even Tom Brady. Yeah.
Yeah, but TJ came in one day with like a Tom Brady speech. Same, it hit just the same, right?
Oh shit. Yeah, I need to find that again.
Yeah.
That needs to be like on loop somewhere.
In our bathrooms. Just, like, have Tom on loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Dude, yeah, I need to find that again.
Yeah, that TJ came in with that video at one of those low points. I remember.
Dude, let's try to find it, dude.
Okay. Dude, I mean, how many times TJ have you like walked in on us and like you could just feel you could just feel the energy of like.
Well, I'm a big Tom Brady stan, dude. So
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
know. I know, but we need these pick me ups from time to time, dude. It's tough out here. I doubt you're gonna find it. Well, maybe. Hold on. Let me help you.
That's kind of long.
Let me help
Wait,
you
no,
with-
here it is.
yeah, it's one of those.
It's one of those, dude.
Well, it's from the Hall of
I
Fame
would
speech, but
encourage
it's just part of
everyone
it.
to play football for the simple reason
Yeah,
that
this is
it
it.
is hard.
Yes.
It's hard when you're young to wake up in the off season at 6 a.m. to go train and work out, knowing that all your friends are sleeping in and eating pancakes. It's hard when you're on your way to practice, weighed down with all your gear, and it's 90 degrees out and all the other kids are at the pool or at the beach, and your body is already completely exhausted from workouts and two-a-days. It's hard to throw, catch, block, and tackle and hit kids when they're way bigger and way more developed than you, only to go home that night bruised and battered and strained, but knowing you have to show up again the next day for just the chance to try again. But understand this, life is hard.
That's right.
Dude, what a delivery. God
know.
damn.
I
would
literally,
encourage
I
everyone-
literally.
Oh,
wanna-
there's more to it. God damn it.
But still, that was enough.
Yeah,
dude.
you guys- you got the taste.
He literally encouraged. Like, I wanted to siege a beach with him. You know.
Yeah, it's no surprise that people talk so highly of him.
Not only that, it's no surprise he like did what he did, right? Accomplished what he
Yeah.
like a mentality like that. Come on, man. That's so rare.
Yeah, for real.
Dude, embracing hard. Like that's all it is.
Dude,
It's really
that
simple.
is the lesson of
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, just embracing that. Like the feeling of friction. Like that's actually
You know, I mean, I feel like, yeah, I mean, I'm always the type of guy to like always learn something new. Like that is interesting to me. That's entertaining to me to like learn something new, even if it's hard, especially when it's hard.
100%.
It's
It's
weird.
worth it, right? Yeah, because
It's-
it's talking about AI and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's almost as if like if when you start going to the gym, it's very hard and it's
Yeah.
embarrassing and it's all these like bad things, right?
Correct.
But then you see like just a little bit of improvement. It's like you start getting addicted to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing when like learning something new.
Yeah.
It's like you just like leveled up. It's an RPG game.
Correct. Yeah. Once you get so I abandoned the
difficult.
the reward dopamine effects of like real world difficulty
Yeah.
like in my adolescence, right? Because
Yeah.
instead I chose like digital reward, right? I'm talking specifically World of Warcraft, but the same thing, right? Like to be good in that environment
Yeah.
required maximal effort, right? If you wanted to
Yeah.
be like the best at
True.
something, even like in the digital space, it requires equal amount of effort and work.
Yeah. And even
Right.
like you can learn new stuff all day, but having the application of it, like applying what you just learned to something,
Mhm.
that's always a challenge. And then the reason why I'm so like interested in AI now, like just from like AI helping me do my job, is because all the stuff that I learned can be fed into this AI where I can recall it and actually use it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
going to be a superpower for humanity.
Dude, you know what shit we've like let slip through the cracks just because we weren't like,
Yeah.
we're just talking through things or whatever, and like nothing was capturing it
Yeah.
on our behalf, and therefore like reintroducing it to us, like, hey, this is actually like a good idea.
It's like whatever it is you're talking about, you actually already talked about it, and this
Yeah.
was the conclusion. So
Yeah.
just build off of this.
Yeah, there's been several moments of that. It's like, dude, it's like we're doing this thing. It's like, well, I remember we were like doing this similar thing like way back when, but
Yeah.
for whatever reason, we stopped doing it. Like all this stuff. So yeah, you're right. AI is gonna help us like keep track of all that.
Yeah.
That's just one example of its like efficiency improvements. But you're right. Without putting in the due diligence and hard work to understand how to like equip these new superpowers,
Yeah.
we're just basic beings, dude.
This is why I'm interested in Sam Altman and Johnny Ive, the guy who used to work at Apple, created iPhones and
He was like the
iPods.
product designer, right?
Yeah, yeah. They've, I think they're collaborating on a new company. They're raising like $1 billion or something like that,
Yeah.
and they're creating new hardware for AI. And so I think this is going to supersede the cell phone,
Yeah, most likely it will be some sort of like eye device, right?
probably.
Like some interface for your eyeballs.
Yeah, and so why is that important? Is that our experience is now sort of recorded through this AI and can just recall everything just in real time.
Yeah.
And it'll tell you, it's like, these are the tasks that you got to do today. Why? Because you got these deadlines,
Yeah.
next week. And it'll just like, be on you like an actual assistant, but for real though.
Yeah, that's gonna be helpful. Hopefully, and I think that hopefully this is like properly introduced into the market to like really address one of like the critical problems of like mental health.
Yeah.
I think this is like an actual weapon against that, like to have, because we all have like these internal.
That's true. Like think about like Twitter. Like right now we see violence
my
and,
God,
and all
yes.
kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know, the little pop up will come up on the AI. It's like, you know what? It's like, yeah, you're seeing all this stuff, but it's through an algorithm.
Yeah.
Reality, what you're experiencing here is like happens 0.0001% of the time.
Correct. We're actually like less violent than ever.
Yeah.
You know, humanity has. Let me like reassure you how much we've progressed as a species.
Yeah.
Things like that, right? So it's like we don't just get negative; it's balanced, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. So we still get the awareness injection of like what's actually going on out there,
Right.
but with the added context of like, you know what,
It's actually not that bad.
it's all gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can let all this like negative input and it festers, and
It does.
It can absolutely affect how you perceive reality, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's that. I think that's like a systemic, like that's happening to
Right.
everybody, and there's really no like real counter to that yet,
Yeah.
right? So we have
There
this
is
like,
no.
yeah, we have this like persistent AI, like other voice,
Yeah.
you know,
Like actual reality.
yeah, something that's just like it understands that we're being bombarded by this stuff, and it's like, dude, you know, push through that, dude. That's not real. You know?
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
It's like a personal life coach, dude. That's gonna be sick.
yeah. Dude, this AI thing is such a big deal.
I agree. Yeah, but that's why I'm saying hopefully it's designed properly and like doesn't.
Yeah, and what we learned is that AI has been in development for like 60 years, 80 years or something like that.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now we're talking about AI because we can touch it, we can interact with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only been 2 years that we've been able to do that.
Yeah.
And so think about that. 80 years, right? We're 15 years into crypto.
Yeah.
And like largely it's looked at as like a giant scam.
Crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah, through its like bubbles and such.
Right.
And, yeah, but AI definitely just experienced the bubble as well. The industry of AI.
Yeah.
We see it in some of these like most of like the big funding announcements in crypto are typically AI related.
Yeah.
It's like projects that spent the last year or two raising funds, and it's like, how the hell did they get $100 million? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's because it's an AI thing, right? So
Yeah.
over the last year or two, that's been like the focus of like technology interest, therefore like VC capital flow, right? Just like 2 years prior, it was all about crypto and blockchain and NFTs and all these new verticals, right? It was very fascinating, therefore very potentially lucrative. So
Yeah.
it's not that right now. No way.
No.
I don't think I don't think crypto's putting out like the alpha energy
No.
to have that same like market response, right?
Yeah, from the VCs at least.
Yeah, like we were watching like an A16Z like
Yeah.
little videos, like is Web3 dead? Like that's what they're like. They themselves are questioning
Yeah.
if like this sector they've poured so much capital into is like absolutely kaput. Right?
Yeah. But the good thing is that they're, you know, A16Z, they're pretty sensible, like a group of folks over there.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. There's cream of the crop, right? At least when it comes to like technology.
Yeah. And being able to
Yeah.
predict the future and things like that.
Yeah, they were early to like basically everything, right? Like in Web 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Stripe,
Yeah.
So-
Uber,
Yeah.
probably even like just everything.
Yeah.
They had their hands in everything.
Yeah. Their network is the most powerful probably in the world.
Yeah. So what was the takeaway from that video again? It was
It's at Web3, even though it's like down, it's not out. And just
Yeah.
like the internet experienced the same thing. It was like, it was very basic. It was read only. And then Web 2 came in, it was read and write.
Mm.
And then Web 3 comes in, it's like you can read, write, and own.
Mm-hmm.
And that's his book, Read, Write, and Own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Chris Dixon. So shout out to Chris.
yeah. So then what Web3 is this like injection of ownership, basically. Like,
What Web 3?
yeah, like if you were to like in one word, like what has this industry done? Or like
As
and
ownership? Well, I mean, money, the single most important.
that's ownership. That's
Yeah.
ownership of value, right?
Right.
That's account
Yeah.
management of value. That's what money does.
Money, and then it's like digital assets.
Right.
That's equally as important.
Yeah.
And then it's decentralized finance.
Yeah, so the struggle is, I guess, like figuring out like what to do with all these things that we own. It's like
Yeah.
we own so much stuff. Like just open your wallet, dude. It's like, God
true.
damn, there's a lot of shit in there.
That's true.
We've definitely we've definitely, I don't know if the word is
We got the
perfected.
ownership down.
Yeah, yeah. The generation and like the ownership part, like that's for sure.
That's in the bag.
Yeah, literally, we've got a bunch of those bags to prove it, right? But it's like, what do we do with these things that we own that's actually gonna like be valuable, right?
Well, I have an idea, dude.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Thank God.
It's the metaverse.
Okay.
That's what we do with it.
Break it down for me then, dude. You sound so confident.
Well, we just jump into the matrix. That solves everything, right?
Right away on day one?
Day one.
No way. I don't believe you.
No. But it is a framework where we'll be able to utilize not only just digital ownership, but the ownership of potentially businesses.
Oh, yeah.
Digital businesses.
Yeah, so that was another thing we talked last night. Well, not really, actually. That was like what we left off with, where it's like, you know, we got to go, guys. It's been a couple hours, and it's like.
But think about digital businesses, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's really, so this is what we've been waiting for, right? Is to get to the point, like I said, we had a blueprint in mind since the very beginning of where we kind of like pivoted from Ethereum to Bitcoin, right? Because to me, Ethereum was always interesting because of this proposition of this is the place to build, right?
Yeah.
Bitcoin to me was a total snooze fest. It's like never had that like allure of like anybody's building anything, right? That people are just hodling.
Yeah.
Like, which is to me not interesting, right? There's no way we could have had like a Bitcoin podcast. I mean, people do. That sounds so snooze.
That's some of the biggest crypto podcasts, by the way.
Have you actually like listened to them? What do they talk about?
Well, they don't talk about Bitcoin. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they're talking about like
everything else,
like wars happening. It's like, see, this is evidence that we need Bitcoin.
Yeah,
that's like, or like,
well, they talk about all the other crypto as well, because it's interviews and stuff. So, yeah,
that's not on brand at all.
Yeah, it's not.
But that's my point.
That's why our podcast is not called Crypto Anything or Bitcoin Anything or any name your I guess vertical. It's called the Block Runner because we can talk about anything
on blockchain
for the most part.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we spend like 20 minutes talking about AI.
Exactly.
Without mentioning BitTensor.
True, that was a true fumble if I ever heard one. One day we'll get to like. Man, I keep saying this.
I know.
It's like one day we'll get to like.
We just don't have time, dude.
I know, man. If one of you BitTensor lads are out there, dude, that would probably be the best thing to do. If you know like you're like plugged into the BitTensor like ecosystem.
Yeah, and they start generating tokens off of the subnets. Just like spam our comment section.
Yeah,
subnet tokens live. Just spam it every video.
Oh, there's definitely BitTensor guys in there though.
There is for sure.
Okay, good. Yeah, if you're one of those guys and you're not like socially inept, I guess, and you want to come on the podcast, dude, let's have a conversation about. It'd be nice, you guys like.
Yeah, that are fully versed on BitTensor. Mm-hmm. That way we can. Extend a dialogue of like back and forth questioning because we want to know.
Yeah, I think that'd be like the most efficient way to do it. Right?
I think so too. Yeah.
Somebody who's like as well like deeply ingrained as we are to like ordinals and
Bitcoin, we interviewed Const Jake. It was like a year ago, back when it was like
more than
$50.
It was almost 2 years ago.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it probably was about. It was probably around January or something of 2022.
No.
January of 2023?
Yeah.
So it was like a month or two before we found ordinals.
That's still almost 2 years ago.
Yeah, I know. It's been a while, dude.
Dude, that's insane. You're right. It was right before ordinals, like roughly.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know.
Dude, Constant's killing it, dude.
He is killing it. Yeah, I've been seeing all kinds of like, because I follow you guys, the Tensor guys out there.
Yeah.
And I see the price is going up again.
Yeah.
I think they're like around 5 billion market cap or something like that.
Yeah, and
it's not nothing to scoff at.
You had to sit down with Vitalik. Mm-hmm. Vitalik completely just ignored his existence.
Did he?
Roughly.
I think he was more so like, this is a good idea, BitTensor, but he's like, I don't think it's gonna work because of all the issues of economies at scale. I guess right. It's like it's just gonna be another network that gets like centralized at some point.
Yeah,
and therefore you've got like open AI all over again, essentially.
Yeah, I can see that argument.
So that's I think that was like his only real argument. So Const obviously has like differing opinions on that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just AI is so computationally intensive. I mean, you're going to need server farms to really support this whole thing. So
Yeah, it's the same thing
it
with
is naturally,
Bitcoin, right?
yeah, it's the same thing as Bitcoin.
Just go look at mempool. You see the same 4 or 5 miners every fucking block, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the most decentralized thing on earth.
Yeah.
4 or 5 miners control the whole fucking thing. It's like, this is what happens, right? And, you know, it's just economies of scale. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Right. Whatever, dude.
Yeah, and Bitcoin's the most powerful network there is.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with it, right? So
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, back to the metaverse though. You were about to like learn us.
Yeah. TJ, how much time do we have?
We've got 20 minutes to be
cool.
learned.
That's plenty of time, dude. Yeah. All right. Actually, let's just jump in there, right?
I mean, if you want. I don't know. I feel like that distracts you from.
Yeah, he just jumps for 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's my Counter-Strike days, dude.
Yeah, you literally have ADD in the metaverse, dude. You just can't stop like fucking fidgeting in there. It's fucking crazy. If I've seen you, we're like talking, you're just like not even looking at me, dude.
Yes.
Hey, gotta like, get his jumps in, dude.
I feel that. I was the same way too. I'm just saying. Well, we got to talk about specifically like the product, I guess, of the metaverse is like a potential like saving grace from like the position we're in right now as like an industry. Because one of the things the A16Z guy said, it's like you could split like the demographics, I guess, into like 2 camps.
That's
right?
true.
It's the computer guys.
Yeah,
that's what we call them, right?
Computer guys. Yeah,
computer guys, and then there's like the casino guys.
That's right.
It's pretty obvious which of those 2 demographics are like dominating like the industry in the space right now, right?
Yeah. And I'm one of the computer guys.
For sure. I
think you have to be a computer guy in order to be interested in like innovating.
Mm-hmm.
Because it'd be weird to innovate for like the casino guys.
Would you the casino guys?
Would you consider Pumped Out Fun an innovation? Or it's just like another slot machine?
Well, what's the true word of like an innovation? Like just the introduction of something new?
Something new. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a new way to, you know.
It's a new way. I don't know.
To pump tokens,
it's just
I guess.
Another
like,
casino. It's another slot machine.
Yeah, but wouldn't you say like the 1960s 3-reel slots? Like, and then now we have these fucking crazy like panels and touch screens. That's not innovating like for the industry of gambling.
I guess
it definitely is. Dude.
I think innovation is taking having like rockets that you throw away to reusable rockets. That's innovation.
Maybe it's not though, because like the activity itself is still like the same.
Yeah.
Even though you slap like a pretty like interface on it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Maybe it's actually not innovating. It's just you're just
slapping a new interface to it.
Yeah, you're right. But I don't know. Maybe some of these part of the interface slapping, it's like it introduces new potential vertical.
You do have to design some new stuff, right?
Like the utilization of like bonding curves.
Yeah, but
which could be
bonding curves is not the way to go. If you're a casino goer, you don't want to partake in bonding curves.
No, I'm saying that mechanism can be applied to some other like ecosystem. Like a tangent, I guess, not necessarily
remember FriendTech?
Yeah, I do remember.
Failed, super failed. That was an easy call, dude.
Yeah,
because they use bonding curves. That's so stupid.
Hey, man, just DJs love it.
Yeah, idiots.
I thought we were gonna go for no more smug, dude. Like,
oh yeah, sorry, they're not idiots. They're just misguided.
Almost there.
I think that was even more smug.
Wait, what do you say? It's like, fuck.
They're casino goers.
They're just happy-go-lucky, joyous individuals, dude.
Yeah,
they're just trying to have a good time. Is that so wrong?
I guess not, dude.
There you go, dude.
I guess not.
Now we're cooking. You know? It's okay. You know, people are just trying to have fun in this space. It's fine. And I keep agreeing more with like Thread Guy when he puts out like those tweets. It's like if you were, what do you say? If you were born like pre-year 2000, it's like don't even play in this like meme market, right? It's like because you don't understand it. Like, so we're boomers in his eyes, you know.
Oh no.
I think he's right. It's like,
Well, I know the Zoomers they're taking their $100 and it's like maybe I can make $1 million, and they're putting it into memes. It's totally fine.
Yeah, they're making their firm stance. And
it's just that if you really want this to be sustainable, you got to find some vector of repeatability.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but that's they're not looking for sustainability, right? It aligns perfectly with like the culture of that generation. It's like short, fast.
Sure.
Like he just doesn't. Sustainability is not like part of the TikTok algorithm and like all this shit, right?
Right.
It's just about shotgun blasting you like dopamine and rush and like.
Yeah, I think ultimately that's the biggest discovery here is that there's a new demographic in the ecosystem.
Yeah,
that's what this is.
I agree,
and that's cool.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, I'm totally down. Totally down with the memes, dude. We're in there. I feel like that skateboard guy.
Yeah.
I'm in there with the high school kids, right? As a poser. I'm a fake. Yeah, that's not real. But anyways, all right, back to boomer activities.
All right.
The metaverse, dude. We're
okay, I think we should start at the end, right? We only have like 15 minutes.
The end of what?
The end of the metaverse.
Okay, well, I don't know what that means.
This is post-apocalyptic metaverse.
Oh shit! What happens there, dude? Tell me.
All right, so in this like metaverse like maturity, right? We have high volumes, right? High volume transactions. Everybody's buying their wearables, deploying businesses, and that business is being deployed on somebody else's land. That landowner is getting a cut of the transactions happening. The landowner is like pushing marketing. The meta owner is like pushing marketing as well, getting people to come to that land. There's events going on.
Yeah.
And all of this is like happening on a bitmap.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like, but Will, it's like Bitcoin is slow. How are you going to have a high volume of transactions?
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Are people going to wait around 15, 20 minutes for their little
or an hour
or an hour to get their like little ticket processed in like an in-game kiosk?
Yeah.
A little kiosk is like, there's a baseball game literally happening like in the middle of my Bitmap district.
Yeah, you're waiting a whole hour. It's like
just to get my ticket, and you missed the fucking game.
Yeah,
that's very possible.
That's terrible experience.
Yeah,
right. And so how do we do this? How do we have this high volume environment? It's like, well, we have this little technology called account abstraction, and through this, you're interacting with smart contracts. So now when you're at this kiosk to get your ticket or get your wearable, you're interacting with a smart contract, and that smart contract says, "Oh, this is going to cost you 100 million NAT tokens."
Mm-hmm.
Now your balance goes down 100 million, and then that 100 million is split with the landowner, the creator, the meta owner, like the participants. Is like boom, like the shotgun. The 100 million gets shotgunned out, and then as if you're one of the landowners, now your balance just goes up, right? And so like, how did that happen? It's like, well, this smart contract is being read by a decentralized indexer, and they're reading the state changes of that smart contract. And they're saying this guy spent 100 million, and that smart contract is telling me that the 100 million is split to these parties. Like there's 10 different parties because the metaverse is complex.
Yeah.
And then so the smart contract has these balances go up, whatever it is, right, for the 100 million.
Yeah.
And then it's like, that was it.
Yeah.
That's like now you're not interacting directly on Bitcoin, but you're manipulating layer one assets. And then if you want to go and sell, NAT, then you just go and inscribe a transfer inscription, list it on Coinbase in this like post-apocalyptic environment, right?
Yeah.
You go to all these exchanges, and then you've liquidated NAT token, which is at the time $100 billion.
Yeah. So this whole like infrastructure of like logic to like production of value thing, right?
Yeah.
Like this, it's a systemic thing that now we can leverage and harness in our applications, is what you're saying.
That's right.
Because everything you described is like the front end interface of like the metaverse, right? Like the users of the metaverse, we're going to be interacting with apps just like us users of the internet.
Yeah.
That's what these web browsers enable us to do, right? We
That's right.
open a new one up every time, and we're interacting with an app every time. Therefore, it's facilitating some new service or some new whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Every single window we open up. So the metaverse version of that is, we call them metas, right? They're just tokenized applications.
Yeah, you can imagine that in the near future, right? We're not talking about like 100 years from now, but in the near future, you're going to deploy a meta, which is just a JSON, right? It's a UNAT, and it's going to be another line on it is like a smart contract line, and then you're going to put the smart contract address, in it. And
you're talking about the actual like inscription deployment.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's like people can go and read the smart contract, copy and paste it into Claude. Claude, tell me what's going on in the smart contract.
Who's Claude again? That's one of the AIs.
One of the
right?
AI,
Which one, dude?
It's the one that understands code like efficiently.
Who made that one? Google?
I think it was Microsoft.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Claude. Fucking Claude.
It's ChatGPT.
Oh yeah, they just gave it like
Pretty much. I mean, there's new sauce in there, but
all right. So how do we use Claude?
copy and paste, dude.
Copy and paste what?
Code.
What code specifically?
Any code.
Like, okay, well, give me the user journey of a Claude user. Like, how do I generate code?
Well,
it's the same thing. It's
no, you would use Claude to read the smart contract code.
Oh, okay.
And you ask Claude, what is this smart contract supposed to do? It's like, oh, the landowner gets this fee percentage. The creator gets this fee. Blah blah blah. It's
interesting.
Like,
yeah, that's cool. That's actually very cool.
Yeah, 100% cool.
Have you tested that?
I've used Claude, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. So there's a way we're not at the point where we can reverse engineer that, right? Where it's like, hey, Claude, I need a smart contract.
No, it could do that. Yes.
You just
it's just
type
JavaScript, dude.
No, yeah. So it's just gonna output it.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? So we need to do that. We need to test that.
I know
out.
we need to do that. I know this, Simon.
It's true. I remember you sent a message in the Discord like a week ago. You're like,
guys, we're doing it wrong.
Yeah, something like that. Like with AI, like we could just really move things a lot quicker.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, all we got to do is for our version of AI, we just need to give it context, and the context is like, here's a JavaScript framework.
Well, okay.
And then the context is like there's the concept of a landowner, a meta owner, creator, a network.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right. And it's like, okay, develop me a smart contract that does these splits in these percentages. But when people interact, it's going to cost them, X amount of NAT tokens or the block token or whatever.
So how do we get access on this like training aspect of our own like LLM? Because everything that we're building in this Natrix or BitmapOS ecosystem, this is all pertinent knowledge that AI needs to understand.
Yes, they do need to
understand everything from like the whole experiment.
Yeah,
right? And then like the production of new metas. This is just more training material.
For sure. Like part of the smart contract, and Claude would need to know this. Part of the context is that the state changes need to be connected to this indexer, the centralized indexer called track.
Yeah.
Right. And so track needs to create this framework so that the communication between these smart contracts and track's network is established, right? And it's in the correct format and all that stuff.
Yeah. So before we like start injecting all this, like, here's like 1,000 metas that have been created by the community. It's more like it needs to understand, like, I guess where the connections are beforehand, right?
Yeah.
Before we feed it like that abundance of like new data.
Yeah.
So that now it's like the users on the other end of that who aren't developers, who weren't part of producing those 1,000 metas that have now built this robust AI that has the right context. Now I could just simply go in and just tell it what I want to create.
Yeah.
And it has all the right connections to actually produce something that is compatible with our whole technology.
Yeah, 100%. And so this particular part of the conversation is sort of like back-end development, because when you're creating the smart contract, it's sort of like a transparent way to perform these functions, right? Because before these smart contracts, you would have to trust us or Mscribe or any other platform to do the job it's saying it does.
Yeah.
Right. So with these smart contracts, now anybody can kind of read it and confirm that it's legit.
Correct. Yeah.
And then there's going to be a different kind of AI to do the front end stuff. It's like, create me a kiosk, and in this kiosk, give me a 3D interface. And then in that interface, you're going to show these assets. And it's like, and then store these assets in this decentralized network, an ICP canister.
Yeah.
Right. And
so for sure, it's like these auditing companies in Web3, they're
done.
They're cooked.
They're absolutely done.
Yeah, they're fucking mega cooked.
Done.
Like very soon.
Done.
Already? Not
Pretty
yet.
much.
I'll give them like a good 12 months to like prepare. You guys gotta get your fucking ducks in a row, dude. Because I could foresee for sure with the proper like infrastructure, like you're kind of describing,
Yeah.
like just AI is absolutely and we're like crowdsource, I guess, questioning it in a sense
Yeah.
of all these different details and having a trustable, I guess,
Imagine
reliable
Imagine
prover.
the future auditor is
Yeah,
like
otter, yeah, whatever.
50 different AIs who
Mhm.
understand like all the different ways to like create backdoors
Mm,
in
yeah.
all different languages from assembly all the way up to C++ and all the complex languages.
Yeah. Jesus. That's
And
great.
you just like submit your smart contract. It just runs through the gambit. And it was like, here are the things you need to fix. Or here's the fixed version of your smart contract.
So that is it. It's just basically the consolidate. So whoever develops that, like whoever creates the gambit,
Yeah.
the gauntlet of AI auditing.
Yeah. And it's ultimately just training it, right? It's,
Yeah, I know. Just feed it like
Nothing.
all this shit, and then feed it some of these examples of
Some bad
of
examples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now it knows what to look out for.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's super powerful, dude. That's super
Yeah. It's
powerful.
fucking over, dude.
Yeah, we're actually like in a trustless state, dude. It's like AI is like backing us up in all cases.
Dude,
right?
hell yes.
Dude, it's fucking over.
I'm telling you, man.
No wonder you've
It's
been.
like fusion, AI, dark energy.
What is that?
I don't know. But we're going to be using it somehow.
Okay, fusion. What are we gonna do?
Yeah,
with
fusion energy. Yeah.
We're gonna be using that.
Yeah, it's going to be
personally?
powering the decentralized metaverse, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm all here for it. So, okay.
Yeah, there's by the way, there's somebody working on, I think fission, like small scale fission reactors for like your home, for like 18 wheelers, for rockets that go into Mars.
So what's like the capacity for like destruction with that?
None.
Really?
It just doesn't work. If there's like an error somewhere, it just like
Fizzles out.
it just cools down.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay, good. That's because that's the vector of I don't even want to see that like
It's
near my house.
Many nukes going off.
It's like those,
It's like an entire neighborhood is gone.
yeah, like those devices in the backyards that blow up during storms. What are
Yeah.
they called? Transformers.
Transformers.
Yeah, none of that, dude.
It's like
Those are-
Autobots.
Those are pretty scary. Oh man. Okay, so we talked. That was a good little.
Walk through into the future, the near future, by the way.
So you started at the end and then trickled a bit towards like how are you gonna like enable these things, but yeah. So that's gonna be. We were talking earlier about man. We're questioning content direction specifically on our channel.
Yeah.
Right, because we're so deep in the neck of this experiments like of DMT, the TAP protocol itself of like what it can enable,
Yeah.
and of course the metaverse and actually getting to a state where we can construct these very fundamental composable primitives that are going to make up this like endgame vision you just kind of outlined, right?
Yeah, you've overlooked the most important statement in my post-apocalyptic analysis of the metaverse. The NAT token is at 100 billion.
Oh shit!
I took notice of that. Well,
You said that?
I sure
Yeah.
did.
Oh wow! I didn't even notice, dude. You're right. I completely overlooked that, dude. How
Unbelievable.
embarrassing!
That is. You should be embarrassed.
So it's literally like the scenes out of the movies where it's like the future, and it's like 2050, and like you see like a news headline. It's like Bitcoin's trading at 2.5 million today.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's gonna be like that.
Exactly.
100 billion NAT token. I'm down, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, NAT's gonna
By
be
the way,
everywhere.
Yeah.
token.
NAT today is worth 5 million or something like that.
5-6 million. Talk about an opportunity. If there ever was one, right? So it's like, yeah, our job is to find those opportunities for you guys, right?
Yeah.
Well, for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah. If you like number go up, I mean,
It's pretty fun. There's a lot of numbers that will go up as this like vision is realized, right?
yeah.
That's definitely one of them.
Yeah. So I think it's good to start at the end just because, I mean, that's why we're excited.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'm genuinely much
s-
more
we s-
excited.
Yeah, we see the future. It's just you guys don't see the future because it's not easy to see. But
Well,
that's
I think it requires, again, like touching these tools like
Yeah.
actually touching them, and then like connecting the sockets of these things, right,
Yeah.
to see the lights actually turn on.
Yeah.
It actually requires that level of closeness, and that's like the if I were to like pitch anything as far as like why you watch us,
Yeah.
is that's the distinguishing factor between what we do and like what all these other YouTubers do. Like,
Yeah.
they're out there not touching anything, right?
Don't let the tips touch, dude.
Sometimes you want them to, though. It's like, that's how value gets transferred. You feel me? But yeah, man, it's like, so that's it. We get to like see the lights turn on and then tell you guys about it. So you're like,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
early
Just
too.
again, just rewind 15 minutes and just rewatch the whole post-apocalyptic metaverse explanation, and that's why you watch us.
Correct. Yeah, man.
All right. Well, that's it. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. So if you want to join along on that, touch tips. let's fucking
if you
go,
want to
dude.
touch tips,
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
watch
it's-
us touch tips.
That's a different channel.
That's right. Patreon. In
it's
the description.
OnlyFans, dude. That's where we
OnlyFans.
get paid.
God damn. See, that's how I know we're in the wrong industry, dude. It's like,
I know.
what'd you say? Like OnlyFans, like
They
the top
make-
creators? I don't
Well,
even
they-
call them creators, but
Yeah,
top providers.
No, they're definitely creators, dude.
Yeah,
They create content.
that's true. Just content is where the value is,
That's right.
right? Just
But-
like in the metaverse, the content application layer is going to be where the value comes from.
Music, dude.
And that's what we're working on,
Yeah.
the app layer.
Yeah. OnlyFans in the metaverse.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Any last thoughts, dude? Sounds like you got like a last thing you want to like.
No,
Put-
Natrix coming out
Oh
soon.
yeah, yeah. Sorry guys. Yeah,
How are we actually going to put this on the road? It's like
Yeah.
through the Natrix.
That's right. The Matrix is that thing where it literally brings everything together. The Bitmap thing, the DMT thing, and all these other
Smart
things.
contracts and $100 billion NAT token.
Yeah. So it's like, it's going to be all there in the Matrix. It's going to build out and bubble from there. And then this is going to be an open, accessible tool for everybody who owns a Bitmap, and run with it.
Yeah.
Build out your own ecosystem of value, right? However you and your community that you've onboarded through parcel distribution
Yeah.
using LDE mechanisms and such.
Yeah.
That is up to you and your community to decide. And that is the journey. Those are the ships,
That's right.
right? We said we're building a shipyard. So like these ships are actually like when these bitmaps are activated and communities are on there, you're setting sail, right? All of you.
Yeah. That's right.
So yeah, I guess we're like the Achilles ship, right? Remember like
Yeah.
in Troy? It's like they were like way apart, the Myrmidons or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
The black ship and like the fleet was behind it.
Yeah. Someone said that we're the Mayflower.
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
We're not
That's
doing
a
any
complete-
work on this smug accusation.
Yeah, we need to work on that, dude.
Yeah. Forget that guy.
We need to be humble.
No.
Kendrick Lamar, dude.
No.
Damn, dude. All right, fine. We'll end it on that note.
Yeah. Yeah. So the land distribution event should be happening, I guess, next week. And we're going to be sharing the prices.
Hopefully next week. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Join our Twitter Spaces, guys, so we can talk more about this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it for us. Appreciate you guys for watching, and we will catch you in the next podcast.
Peace.